Welcome back, guys, to another YouTube video. Today I'm working out with a freaking huge assembly of people. I'm working out with Josh again. I'm working out with some of his buddies. Working out with Kyle. Kyle showed up at my house once before. James is here. Turns out Josh is pulling in without the people he said he was picking up, so I don't know what was with that. James is right there getting out of his car. I gotta pull up with the squad now. I got this Redcon pre-workout with me today. Redcon and Bucked Up are kind of like my go-tos now, since Beam still hasn't sent me my supplements, but that's alright. Really like Redcon stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I kind of want to do like some push. I don't know what James has planned. James, you can get my car real quick. I'm just starting up a vlog today. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna even hit. Arms? That's what I thought. Yeah, we got some arms. I don't do like upper days or like lower days or whatever. I just do like a basic bodybuilding style workout. If you guys like haven't noticed, I just don't know why I would do like upper one day and like lower. I'd like to focus on like specifics rather than just like a whole. Like I really want to like emphasize like detail in my body. I don't know.
I feel like you get more out of splitting it up too, because if you do like a certain day for just your upper body.
Yeah, you heard it there, fellas. Everyone's here, so we're gonna pull in, get in there, get our masks on, and get to the workout.
Never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now.
Alright guys, so that was the arm workout for today. There was, I don't know how many people. It was like a ridiculous amount of people. I like working out with people, but like, I think when there's like 6 or more, that is just too much. But I'm with my man JP right now. We're going fishing, Lake Koki. It's our 3rd year. Literally right before this, the boat literally just fell off the back of the freaking car. And we just had to go like reattach it, and I put some paper in where like the hole is, so like, hopefully we're good. So I feel like this vlog is gonna be full of like a whole bunch of cinematic stuff. I'm just like practicing my cinematics, you could say. Last year we caught 8 trout and, well, I caught 8, you caught 5. Yeah. Within an hour and 30 minutes of just being there. And we've had bad luck every single time we've gone, just with weather. But today we got some decent weather, so hopefully it's good. And hopefully this cinematic kind of thing works out, so yeah. Alright, I hope you guys liked all that cinematic kind of like stuff I put together. I'm just kind of like upgrading my content, you know. I feel like a lot of my older content and some of even kind of like my recent content isn't that great. I just kind of want to give you guys like better quality content, so I'm kind of trying to upgrade my videography skills, you know, a little bit, throwing some cinematics, just kind of like show that like I have some skills in like video stuff, even though I kind of like really don't. I'm just kind of like watching videos on YouTube and like how to do this stuff. By the way, YouTube is probably like one of the best ways to learn. School can't teach you what YouTube can, so remember that. For today's video, I want to talk about something that I recently overcame and something that a lot of you guys seem to ask me in my DMs. A lot of people will come to me and, you know, ask me, you know, I've been training for about 6 months, I've been training for a year, I've been training for X amount of time, but I noticed that my gains that I was making have kind of stopped, or I just haven't gained as much as I did beforehand, or I just feel like I'm not going anywhere. What we call that is like a plateau, or like a gym plateau, or whatever you want to call it. It's just a plateau. You get to a certain point and you kind of feel like your strength isn't going up, your physique isn't changing much, or like whatever goal you have in mind like isn't being achieved because you're being held back by a plateau. Now this is something I really wanted to talk about because it's something I actually recently overcame. It's not like super recent, probably actually almost a year ago now. But in the summer before we started going to TCC in the fall, I was making like a whole bunch of strength gains. My body was like changing up a little bit. Once we got to TCC, I kind of like reached like a peak in a way. It wasn't like my peak because obviously I've grown since then and like overcame what happened. But anyway, got to TCC. I was, you know, at a good place with like my strength. I was benching 100-pound dumbbells and stuff, and for some reason I could not get past like benching 225 pounds. Like it was so hard for me. I don't know why. Like now I know why, but I just couldn't. Like it was bothering me, and like I kept telling James like, bro, there's gotta be something I can do, something I can change. And I kind of figured it out. There was like a few things that I changed that I'm gonna share with you guys. Exactly, it was about 3 things that I changed, or 3 things that I put into place that helped me overcome that. Before I tell you guys what I did to change all that, I'm gonna tell you guys what I was doing beforehand, so you kind of get a sense of how much the things that I started doing were really impacting like my gains I started to make after I implemented them. But beforehand, I did not have a sleep schedule, okay? I was running off of kind of whatever kind of sleep I could get. You know, I was like studying, so like sometimes I'd be up late studying, forget what time it was, you know, going to bed at like 2, waking up at 8, you know, stuff like that. I was still tinkering with my diet. You have to remember that previous summer I was dealing with binge eating, so I was kind of like finally finding structure in diet. I was kind of also running with like this old scheme of like working out that I've always been doing, and I hadn't really like done anything different. And I just kind of like went in the gym, worked out, increased the weight here and there sometimes, but nothing dramatic. I was kind of also like learning everything about fitness still too. Like I didn't have like a good sense of like what was happening. I feel like that didn't come until we started going to LA and like things actually started to click, and like I could see my physique changing, my strength was going up, and literally from that day on that we joined LA, like things just changed. Now I kind of just like said basically what I changed just because like I was telling you guys like the things that I wasn't doing. So the first thing that I started doing was getting a sleep schedule down. Literally like the 8th day after not hitting 225 on bench more than 8 times, that night I literally went to bed at 10:30, and then from that day on I went to bed at 10 or 10:30. After I started doing that, I noticed that when I went to the gym I had more energy to exert into my workout. To me that's just kind of like a common sense thing. Think about it. If you're tired because you went to bed at 2 a.m. and woke up at 7, you're gonna go to the gym feeling like crap. Like you're gonna be tired. Like yes, you may have shown up for the gym, you might take your pre-workout and be like, yeah, but either way, like you're still exhausted. Your body didn't get its full rest. So as soon as I had like a sleep schedule and I was getting good sleep every night, my training sessions were just better. Like I had more energy to exert into my workout, and therefore it was putting more tension and pressure on my muscles for them to build and whatnot. I'm sure you guys have heard that a lot, but like guys, sleep is super, super important. That's why I have it at my number 1. The second thing I did is I like kind of changed up my diet. I learned a little more about food, and I kind of put that into place. So basically before, when we were at TCC, or kind of like before in the summer, I didn't really have like a structured like, okay, well, I'm gonna have this much protein during the day, and I'm gonna have this much carbs, and I'm gonna have this much fat. So yes, in a way I still calculate my macros, even though I think I've said before I really don't. I still kind of do. I just set it on like MyFitnessPal one day whenever I want to change up my diet, and then look at it and go, okay, that looks good, and then I'll just run with that for a little while. So basically I just set up a structured meal plan. I was like, okay, I need to be eating this much protein, I need to be eating this much carbs, and I need to be eating about this much fat. As soon as I did that, I noticed a strength increase. Like that's when like strength really, man, I can't even talk. That's when strength really started to come in. Because beforehand, I don't even think that I was getting enough protein, or I was getting way too much protein, not enough carbs. For example, I was having like 3 protein shakes a day in the summer, and I was just having like ridiculous amounts of chicken, but I wasn't having enough carbs. Like, you need carbs, your body needs carbs. It's a good energy source, and I wasn't having enough. So as soon as I started to implement more foods into my diet, a more structured meal plan for myself, my strength just went up from there. And obviously some things changed my physique, depending on, if I was cutting some carbs out, I would get more shredded, and if I was implementing more, I'd get a little more puffy and a little stronger. The third thing I did is I changed up my workouts. People get so used to doing a certain workout thing, and let me just say this real quick. If you have a workout routine for you, and every single week your strength is going up in it, or you're noticing changes in your physique every couple weeks, keep that. Don't change it just because I say that I had to for myself. My philosophy around basically weight training, diet, and anything is, if something is going good for you, don't change it. Why would you change something that's going good? Because then you're risking the possibility that everything might fail. Let me just give you guys like a rundown of what I changed. So basically I kept like kind of like the same split I'm on now, but I changed a lot of things up. So beforehand, I was doing, let's say, 4 sets of bench, 4 sets of incline dumbbell press or whatever, and then I go to like the press machine, the chest press machine, 3 sets with like a superset at the end, and that would be it. And a lot of my workouts are structured like that. To be honest, like, I talked to my dad a little bit. He gave me this book that he had, that it was like Arnold's book. I'll put it up in the screen or in the description somewhere if you guys are interested in buying it, because it literally changed my training a lot. And basically after listening to him and reading that book, I changed up my structure of my workout a little bit. So I emphasized more volume, and let's say like my bench press. So as soon as I actually did do more volume in my bench press, I noticed that it helped my strength too, because I think your muscles get so used to a certain workout, right? Like, if your muscles know, like Arnold said this before, okay? Your muscles know, you're going to work out and you're going to do 4 sets, right? Nothing's going to change. They're ready for that. Your muscles are ready for that 4 sets. But if I go in and I do like 8 sets, they're going to be like, what the heck? Like, why are we doing 8 sets? Why aren't we doing like our typical 4? It's going to shock it. So they have to get stronger and get that endurance to go a full 8 sets. I kind of just started doing that with like all my workouts, and it wasn't just like volume training too. It'd be like heavier load, it'd be lighter load. It could literally be anything, but I just literally started structuring it differently. I just needed to change things up. But like I said, if something is going good for you, don't change it. All guys, you can literally go back and see my old photos. You can even go back and look at some of my old TikToks. My body, my physique, my strength has changed dramatically from when I started implementing those things. And when one of those things actually start to fall off, I will notice like a strength decrease. I will notice my physique, like my hamstrings when I wasn't training them as well, like over quarantine, they were getting weaker. Like, this is like actual things that were working for me, and I just want to like let you guys know what I was doing to see if it'll help you guys. So I hope you guys found this video useful. I was getting a lot of questions about it, so I figured I'd do something about it. But that's it for this video, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.